Rar, hello everybody, welcome back. Hello, hello. Lots of people here. Let's go. Just grabbing my pen. Thanks for the first Arresty. Hello, hello. Hello, Simrex, welcome back. Hello, New Gen. That's actually kind of a cool name. New Gen. I can picture like a cat VTuber. New Gen. Hello, Tumugi. Thanks for daily check-in. Thank you, thank you. Merry late Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. If your place is snowing because it's Christmas, I'm very jealous of you. I'm not gonna lie, today, my mom told me, I'm not sure if the stats are correct, but why you say like that? Yeah, Jan. My mom told me that today was like the warmest, like the hottest year of the past 60 years of where I live. That's crazy. Like, thank God I have an air conditioner, otherwise I'd be toasted. I would have done nothing the whole day. My profile picture is a fox. Wait, let me look. Let me check. I go on the YouTube side. Oh, that looks cute. Cute. I've never seen snow in person. Me neither. That'd be so cool. I mean, I'm not sure if that'll be cool. That'll be like a nice, fun thing for like to see once. I had a bit like a thought. I was talking to my mom as well, like about this. I would love to like actually be able to like shoot a gun like once, right? But that's a cool thing to do if I was gonna like travel to the United States or something, because like it's so different. Like I've never like had this idea in my head like how it would feel to shoot a gun. So just going like to a firing range, that sounds like cool. Because like I play a lot of like FPS games, so I'm also kind of intrigued about it. Like I always thought, oh, it'd be so cool if I was like one of those people who just have like very good trigger discipline and just like they pick a pistol from like their hips, and they just like pull it really quickly like up, and then just like do something with the gun and just shoots. That'd be cool. And be just like fucking aura farming. Just and then it just puts back on the hips, like very smoothly. That sounds cool. That's wild. It's really nice over here. Man, I'm so jealous. Should head on over. Wait. Chat, you cannot fucking raise me up. You can't do that. It really doesn't look like it. Well, I can't draw. I can't type either. I also hate snow. I drive SMH. No. I'm confused by your sentence because I have like the memory of a goldfish. Okay, miss the last 45 seconds. What happened? Oh no. I forgot. I don't remember. Memory of a goldfish again. Oh no, a potential American. I don't think I would like to own a gun. I've seen like some instances where like people are like, well, the police doesn't do anything. Like, well, what the hell? And then like, yeah, but in that case, it makes sense to own a gun. But I do think like where I live here in Brazil, I'm actually kind of scared of living here a little bit because people like I don't know, man. I feel like there'll be like so much like robbery and like violence. It's scary. I was fortunate to never be like robbed before, but like there have been like some crazy people I've like gone come across with. It's crazy. I know, right, Lowfiy? I've got space and I've got food. We smoked a ham and a prime rib. Imagine getting robbed. Couldn't be me. RSD. I'm so worried for you. So many times they tell me stories about like, oh my god, I've almost been robbed. Knock on wood, man. Yeah. Brazil for your US. I wish. I am very fortunate because I live like pretty okay as a Brazilian. I know a lot of people are like very not very fortunate in Brazil, but I do live in a decently area. It's not like the rich area, but yeah. I have a love and hate relationship with Brazil. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the people piss me off. I almost got robbed like 3 times. Not that many. That's like 3 more times than me. I was gonna like say a multiplayer, but I realized that that's not gonna work. I've never been robbed. Keyword is almost yeah. I fought them off. Arisa just brought her katana and just like she just did the quick like shing, just like didn't even like take it off the sheath and just like cuts off like a part of her clothing or something. Already free too many. True. I mean, if Arisa had a gun, I'm sure she would just use her impeccable Apex skills that totally translate to the real world. Surely. I had a great friend that wanted to move to Brazil. I haven't heard from him in like 4 years now. Oh no, he's gone. I wonder how he's getting along. I'm sure he's alright. People who have like money in dollars probably have like they have like the money in dollars is 5 times like more worth than almost said Brazilian dollars than the Brazilian currency. At one point it was 6 times, and I'm fairly certain it's gonna like increase as well. I never invest in stocks for like Brazilian companies because honestly they kind of suck. So I do invest in like American companies that I believe in. I'm a investing guy. Hey, IRL got good aim. In game, not so much. Have you ever shot a gun already? Sacrifices must be made. He's great at making friends everywhere. I'm sure he's safe. Yeah, yeah. I just lost his number. That's so unfortunate. There's many people I've met that like I don't really care too much about, so I haven't really, talked much with. I usually like prefer friends online that have like had so many people who I have such a better time with talking. I know, but it's also like kind of a downside. Honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm not gonna have a girlfriend for like forever. I basically don't go outside, and I only meet people like on Discord essentially. I mean, hey, maybe I would just go on a dating app and be like, I like VTubers and anime, and I don't know, I play games. Be like very forwards and like have like very few matches. Girlfriend, what's that? I don't know, man. It's a mythical being. Stuff of legends. Anyways, guys, we should start drawing. I just been yapping. I I wanted to stream with you guys. Sometimes I just get distracted and don't do much on stream when drawing. And like a lot of times I've been feeling like I didn't really make that much progress drawing. Like I didn't really draw much on stream because I didn't have the skills. But I think right now I'm at a point where like I have a very uh good goal of what to do and just like drawing. So we're gonna slowly do that. Also, Resty, I have this file here. I mean like upgrading the thing. I'm trying to draw a VTuber model, and at the same time just drawing like a front facing like character reference basically. I'm gonna do like both at the same time. I'm just gonna draw like the front reference and the model at the same time. Aresti, as my pseudo um as my manager, should I review to you guys to chat what I've been cooking? Or should I just practice body parts? What do you think? What do you think? I think it's gonna be fine because like if people steal it, I'm gonna be like, hey, it was on my stream. I did it first. What the hell? Practice make them suffer. I want to work on the model. My only concern is like if there's something I'm missing and people might steal it. That's my only concern. Let me read chat. I hate that like my my like what's the name? Multi-stream chat doesn't scroll up. It's so bad. So I had to like alt tab and just go to Twitch chat. Sorry, YouTube. I mostly have Twitch chat open. Mostly. Uh, 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 uh. Best way to make friends getting friend zoned. That's like so awkward though. I don't think I've ever been friend zoned and stay friends with a person. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, no, I don't think so. I don't think I've been friend zoned like that. Yep, fest is always a good time. Yeah. But I gotta make progress drawing. I have a curse. I'm bestie material and not girlfriend material, so I get friend zone a lot. Side. Honestly, it's pretty weird. Like Aresi is like I feel like she's basically like my sister. Like by now, like she's fucking like best friend. I cannot see Aresi like girlfriend material at all. It just fucking not there. It's even name friend zone. Yes. Very resty. You find a wife soon. Surely. I would say you already have a bunch of wives. It's not okay. I accept my fate alone forever. Nah, 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 nah. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure you have riz. The amount of women you have around you is crazy. I've dated enough to know relationships just aren't for me. I think it's just a matter of just finding the right person, honestly. At least you're something material. Like you're nothing, just like goo. Practice make me suffer. Okay, I reached to a part where you guys were talking about. Oh, no, you guys are talking too much. No, it's okay. Let me read more. I want to see what's in the oven. I'm cooking, chat. I'm cooking. Just add a giant watermark. It's crazy. I would. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, and I'm not gonna give up my friendship just because they don't like me back. Yeah, I think that's fair. I just don't think I've ever like um I had like some situationships where like I just kind of just stopped talking to a person like um oh god okay, there's one that like I just didn't really talk that much with a person. I just realized, hey, we basically just have this kind of situationship where like we enjoy having each other's company, right? So we were not lonely and like we have each other. But at the same time, like we didn't do anything together, so it was like, oh, we're not friends basically. Almost we like we talk and like we give each other company, but we don't do anything together. So it kind of fizzled out. Another was basically uh I think it was basically the same thing, honestly. The other one, I actually dated the person long distance because she kind of convinced me. I was like kind of concerned because I thought, hey, this is not gonna work out, and it was the biggest shit show. I'm not gonna share too much right now. And I think that's it. To be honest, I don't think I had that many people to like be like that. So I don't know. I don't think I'm very like I don't have a much experience, chat. I don't have a lot of experience. Okay, Simrex. No, no, you don't have to like them. Just say it. The goal is making friends, right? I don't think that's. Why don't you just say, hey, I want to be friends with you? What? But it's kind of funny though. I know I'm best friend material. Sheesh, sheesh. Didn't have to rub it in. I'm sorry. Dang, I risked. It's actually such a that's like the best. Okay, Arrested, you have to have an emote that's just Aristi, and it's just like you with like putting your like a finger gun like on your chin and just like doing like a white skin face. That's what it's called, right? White skin. That'd be so good. But shotgun was already loaded. He just shot it twice. What? Ah, yes, my besties, all the women around me. So, friends, I didn't know you had game. I kind of think I have game, but I don't. I don't know. Okay, when I feel like I can like just like be in situationships, I just actually go for it. But I kind of just flirt and just play with it, and if like it works out, it just works out. So sometimes I just flirty with people that I just enjoy the company with, and just stuff just happens. So it's interesting, and with time I just learn how to navigate it because like you don't want to hurt yourself, and like if I try to be as like um I don't know like give a situation like very clear, like just be very I don't know, just not trying to mess things up. Like sometimes things just get messed up, and honestly, I think most of the time it's not my fault. If not all of them, but some of them I think I could have like done things to prevent being bad, or just realize, hey, this person is a red flag. Because I've been very lucky that I haven't had like any red flags so far, except for one, which ended badly, and I learned from it. I've had three ladies cheat on me, only for me to find out months after it started. Oh, that sucks, bro. Call one in the act. Yikes. I just like trust at this point, and most women would call me insecure for that. I just call it informed. Okay, that's actually stupid to say you're insecure for that. You're just guarded up because you haven't had like an experience where like you could trust people, right? If you have your trust and it's just being broken, it takes a lot for you to feel like safe to have anything like that, right? I think the best you can do, right? I don't think it's smart to just neglect completely of like a good experience you could have because there's a chance that it could end badly and you just be hurt. Because if you hit the jackpot, you just hit the jackpot and there's like no downside to it. The thing you need to do, I feel like, is you try not to depend too much on one single person, right? And I think that's something I always have in my mind, but I never really like go too much into it. like okay, I have this thing like I think like friendships are very similar to like relationships. The only difference from like a good relationship, like girlfriend or boyfriend material, and a friendship is that like you find each other physically attractive. In my opinion, that's it, right? So I forgot what I was saying. I forgot my point. I completely forgot my point, guys. uh, oh yeah, neglecting the experience. I think like if you hit the jackpot and you find someone who you enjoy like that, I think try to do that, but like don't just have oh yeah, the thing I was thinking of. To me, I think like that's a thing that also applies to like relationships, but like for friendships, I feel like you should have more than one friend that you hang out with. And that's a problem that I have a lot. I have like one friend. There's like eras where like I have one friend that I really enjoy, and I have like many friendships that kind of fizzled out because they weren't good to begin with. Uh, I think one of my best friendships became like the relationship that ended badly. And me, it's me. I think Ares is like one of my best friends I've ever had because like we actually like have fun doing stuff together, right? We play Apex, we hang out on stream, we watch stuff. So it's like one of the best experiences. But also like imagine like if somehow like we're not friends anymore, like that would suck really bad and that would hurt like way more than if I had like more friendships, more people that I actively hang out every once in a while. Don't say that. It's just okay. I don't want to do that, but I think it's important to like do that just in case, you know. It's good to protect yourself because if you do that, I can be like, if I feel protected, I can be open and be vulnerable around like my friends. Like Tumugi feels very guarded, and because of that, like he can't just open himself to like people. And I think if you like feel like you're guarded by like any means that like don't hurt your experience, it lets you be open, right? So if I if I act like a rest is gonna backstab me, and I'm more guarded, like I'm not so dependent on Resty to like feel like have my friendships, like I'm not alone, then I'll be more like open to hang out with Resty, like be more open to her. So it is kind of like a weird way to like okay, by distancing yourself from someone in a way, you kind of like get closer to them, which is kind of paradoxical, but I think it makes sense. Let me read chat. I had a long distance situationship until she told me she was poly and had other people too. Sadly, I don't like sharing. I'm also a very jealous person. I would probably because I think the problem with like polyamory is that like if it what if like the other person gets everything they want from like the other, right? And you just fizzle out, right? That's a worry, right? It's an insecurity that you don't really have anything to like back yourself to, which is like goes back to the same thing I was talking about. It just doesn't feel right, even though it sounds fun, right? It doesn't feel very right. Like I don't know, like some situationships that I have, like they're not like it depends on what you want, right? Because for me, I've always felt okay, this person I'm not gonna date them, right? This is not the right person to date. I'm just there to like kind of have this feeling of closeness of like certain relationships, but I don't think it's long term. So sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm here for this. And I feel like if there becomes a person that I feel like it's a relationship material, we have to pause it, or this is not gonna work out because I'm gonna be like with this one person or try to go with this one person, right? It's all about communication and like understanding what you can do, I think, you know? Okay, let me go back to Sim. That's generally so unfortunate, man. Yeah, that's like three bad strikes. It's literally like in baseball terms, like you miss three strikes or three like bats and just get out. I don't know what it's called, but I think I know what you're talking about. I forgot what I was talking about. Go with a flow model. Yeah, kinda. You just like establish certain rules. If you like burn yourself, you kind of think, hey, what could I have done better? So it doesn't happen again, right? And you try to have fun, right? The most important thing is just have fun and don't hurt other people and try to make the best of it, right? Insecure, Jesus, I wonder why, man. Yeah, one more is just like, man, you're insecure. What the hell? You should date more. It feels like it's people who want to break Tumugi's heart again. They're like, oh, you're just insecure, and then you just like start dating, and then they cheat on you. But bro, but that's crazy. That actually sounds like someone trying to gaslight. I've always been insecure because I give too much and never get as much in return, so I usually get hurt. That is so relatable. Like, there's so many times I feel like I'm the person who just texts all the time. I'm just the one who's reaching out. I remember friends, like, people just don't reach out to me back, and it feels awful. A lot of the times it's because like I'm living like a time zone where like I'm a little bit more forwards. So the only people who I actually talk to are Americans or people like from South America, which I don't talk to much, or people from like the other side of the world, which like can hang out like in the morning. Mm, when I got cheated on, I wasn't even surprised. I'm gonna lie. Yeah, that's the worst. Because at this point, like you feel like you should have broken up with a person, but like at the same time, bro, that's so fucked. Like if you're gonna cheat, just break up with a person. That's just so messed up. As far as I can tell, never step into the other side. What? The other side of what? Like the dating scene. I feel that too. I opened my heart too much each time. The relationship didn't end like, oh my god. I've been drinking so much coke and just eating so much like different stuff. I feel like so much like burps and gases. I feel bad too. Open my heart too much each time. Relationship that didn't end like that. With relationships, I was more emotionally close off in. Interesting. Okay, then I reached to the point where Rest was like, "It's me. Wait, don't say that." It's okay, Lowfiy. You still have me. Aww. Look at you guys already developing a parasocial relationship with me. Note to self, do not fall in love. I think it's alright to fall in love. I've been listening to so many just like those videos of like 4chan or Reddit stories of like people dating. I know most of them are fake, but it's so cute. It's so nice. I would love to be able to just like live with a significant other and just like hug, cuddle. That'd be so nice. That'd be so nice. But it's not in the books anytime soon. No, wait. My headset is off. Okay guys, I'm gonna put some music. What the heck? What the helly? My art stream is just a yap stream right now. Okay, where's the music stream? Okay, I'm gonna... There we go. Is it too low? I feel like it's too low. Let me increase here. All right. Hello, Agent Animations 2757. Hello. I'm sorry if I don't draw too much right now, because I'm reading chat. I wanted to just yap with chat and just talk for a little bit before I start drawing. If I start drawing at this point. I'm actually having a lot of fun just yapping with you guys, just chatting. Okay, Tsumugi was saying, that shouldn't be the takeaway here, just be careful. I mean, at one point or another, you will fall in love with someone. I think that's just how it works. We're like social people, so it makes sense. I can't speak for poly people, they probably don't feel like us about it. Yeah. I think they just like don't feel that insecure, or they don't fall too in love with someone, or they don't feel like they're gonna be cheated on. I don't know. Probably don't have those insecurities. Yeah. As much as I've run into a bunch of people who are willing to hurt their significant others, I also know I've been incredibly unlucky. Yeah. True. Okay, guys, speaking from experience, if you meet someone who's like who is like getting like more into you, and like you're getting to a relationship, but at the same time they didn't properly break up with a person before, that's a huge red flag, and you should kind of just run. You should think twice before like actually like, you know. Also, a good rule I thought to myself, but I'm not sure how. I don't think I would follow that rule to a T. If you're interested in someone and you just met them, right? Maybe a month or something, and want to get into a relationship or something, maybe like something serious, maybe just you know, be in a situationship, right, for a while, right? Let's say, I don't know, 6 months, maybe a little bit more, or maybe a little less, I don't know. But if you only know someone for just like 2 months, 3 months, you don't really know that person. They didn't show themselves to you or open themselves. I think, but at this point, like at the same time, like if you're in a situationship, you're basically dating almost, you know. It's just I don't know, it's a bit weird, you know. You shouldn't be completely invested in someone and just like, if you haven't like been with them for a while, you know. To be honest, I don't really know, because like if you're dating and they cheat on you, it hurts really bad, because like you have a certain expectation. If you're like just in a situationship, you don't feel like you're like they're yours and you're theirs, right? So it's a different expectation, and you can actually kind of just be okay with it. I think it's more easy. Okay. I can't speak for them, only me. I know I'm not into that, so I told her. Chat, 3 out of 3 isn't a good sign. Although of course not everyone is out to hurt you, just I ain't taking that chance. So 7. Okay, if you think about this, guys, from everybody in our chat, like how many do you think would cheat on their partner, right? Everyone here, we have like more than 3 people here, right? Very like if you're in the right place and like you're in a good like place, I think like it's gonna be like, if we're talking to the right people and like you know them for a while, it's gonna be harder for them to cheat on you. So you gotta try to build some like protections and not close off completely, I think. But I do think like 3 out of 3 was kind of crazy. If I hear you're insecure, I'd be out the door. I'd be so mad, bro. I'd be like, fuck you. If it's a girl I'll be trying to date and they're like, well, you're kind of insecure. You're just being insecure. I'd be like, bro, you're not trying to help me. You're being kind of a dick. Fuck off. Right? That'll be it for me. Gonna pop a chocolate milk to make the main go away. That's just 3 of 5 long-term relationships I've been in. Oh, 3 out of 5. Okay, okay. First one, whoa, that's crazy. That's kind of harsh. The last one, we split on good terms. That's good. That's so sweet. I don't think I've ever had an actual split, right? I only dated one person, so. And that one was bad. But situationships is just fizzled out. I still like I'm in touch, so it wasn't good terms, I guess, but don't really hang out. Not quite 3 out of 3, so not that bad. Yeah, it was more 3 out of 5, which is 60%, which are not the best odds, but still. Hello, YouTube chat. I see you. We see YouTube chat. Yeah, I rather stick to mangas and those Reddit stories than try to find someone who can destroy me at any point of time for the funds. Yeah, I think like I personally miss like just curling, like just hugging someone, just being chats. I think it's kind of hard. But I've never really fallen in love, and hopefully it'll stay like that. Yeah, I don't think I've been in love because like, I'm not sure if I have. What's the difference between like liking someone and being in love with someone? I don't know. I have really strong feelings for the person I've dated, but I'm not sure if it's because of a dynamic or if it's because like she was just not right for me as well. We would play like Apex and just hang out, and we would enjoy each other's company, but at the same time, like, it was so mid playing with her. I think at some point I would just feel kind of sad playing with her. I just didn't hang out with anyone else. It was kind of, I really enjoyed her, but I think with time I would just kind of started to not have fun, you know? You have to meet the right person who you have like a dynamic that feels consistent, and then you can see like doing that with that other person like for the rest of your life. To me, if I feel like that with someone else, which is a very high bar, that and being physically attracted to the other person, that's also important. That's dating material, I think, to me. And I'm kind of mad at myself that I left that one person. My ex convinced me that I should date her when I wanted like the situationship to begin with. But hey, I tried it out and I learned from that. She was like, hey, I think you would enjoy that. I think that'll be more right for you. And because like I really like felt like she was my friend, I kind of tried it out, but it was kind of bad. I've never really fallen in love, and hopefully it'll stay like that. Nah, chat, I don't believe in situationships. It feels weird. I'm with them for a reason. No, it's okay. I understand. I think the labels are weird, right? Situationships is kind of like a weird thing. I think to me like situationships is when like you're kind of physically attracted to someone and you're kind of lonely and you want something with someone. That's what situationships are for me, right? Dating is when like I'm actually like it's the situation I described before, right? Because I know that like if I don't hit those criteria for like girlfriend, it's just gonna fizzle out and it's not gonna work out. So situationships are like, okay, this is temporary because I know it's not gonna last. It's really good, like it's really fun, I really like this, but I know it's not long term, right? And to me that makes sense. Both of you to assume I could ever get someone else to cheat on. That's crazy. Okay, I can actually get someone to be in a relationship with. Oh god. Bro, if we manage to pull two people at the same time, that's actually so hard. It's hard to find someone who you're actually like best friends with, like you feel like that. Her skills was a turn off. She really gave you her girlfriend application and you accepted it. Kinda. I'm not sure if I'm too serious. Like I treat it like very logically, like relationships. At the same time, I'm very like go with the flow because like, oh, I like this person. How am I gonna? What are we, right? Just give me a friends to lovers law. I think friends to lovers are like the best kind of trope. Because like you have to be friends to actually like date someone like properly. At least I think so, right? Otherwise it's just not sustainable. I don't know. I think you didn't really tell me. Oh yeah, you told me like let them suffer. I kind of want to open this. Do you think it's safe? Do you think it's safe for me to open the model thing? There are other things I want to keep secretive that I'm very excited to do. I don't know. You can? Okay. So I'm gonna do that. That's a good way to look at things, to be honest. You manage your own expectations. Yeah. Exactly, you're speaking my mind. Probably why I find situationships weird. It is weird because like you're not locking in, right? To me, dating is like locking in and lock it in, right? And sometimes you need to just not lock in. Sometimes just like, hey, it's just a sexual thing, or hey, I enjoy hanging out with you. Let's just hang out way more. But I think like dating situationships is like there's like two lines. There's like the friendship line, which is like enjoying doing stuff together, and there's like the sexual line. And you need both to be in a relationship with someone, unless you're asexual and have no interest. then it's just all in on like friendship, and you just have to be like best friends. Otherwise, like if it's only sexual, like if someone who's like you're more attracted to comes along, you're gonna cheat on them, right? But like, there's nothing to the relationship. And if it's like only friendship and you don't feel attracted to them and you have like sexual needs, you're gonna cheat on them because you want to cheat with someone else and the other person doesn't give that to you. I know sometimes situationships is for a certain thing, you know? Dating is like mixing a situationship with like a best friend. That's how I see it. It's very like, I don't know, like I'm graphing like the interactions in my mind. It's very fun. I drew like, okay, let's start drawing. BRB, food is done. I'm starving. Good luck. I mean, if you keep with your own morals without setting the bar lower for anyone who tries with you, you're bound to find someone who feels the same way, morally and logically, or having chemistry. Yeah. I mean, you're not bound to, okay? I think it's a math, but I think it's like for everything, you need to put yourself out there and keep your, like, your morals, your boundaries. You keep both, and if your morals and boundaries are like, your boundaries are very high, your bar is very high, you need to compensate with like a lot of influx. If you don't have influx and you have a high bar, you're not gonna pull anything. I actually have like the same thinking of like streaming. If you want like a bunch of viewers, but like if you want a bunch of viewers to like find your channel, right? Let me do just this. YouTube. How was the Twitch logo? If you want like a bunch of people to just like find your stuff, you need influx, right? And the influx, you need them to go there, and for them to stay, right? And build a house, like they stay. Right, they are here, and then instead of like going elsewhere, just the horizon, just walking off. They just build a home, right? So there's like two key things, right? You don't want this to happen, you want this to happen. And you also want this to happen, otherwise they're just gonna go straight to here. You want them to travel here. So how do you make sure that they do that? You need to play the algorithm, right? You want to do thumbnails, so first there's the algorithm. It is shown in front of them, and then second they need to click the video. And how do they do that? It's the thumbnail, the title, the premise, right? Or the content. And then here, I think it's also like content. I think it's okay. Here I'm gonna pull content out because I think content is like what's inside. I think it's just like a premise or expectation. I'm not sure how to write premise. I'm gonna write it like this. This is like content, consistency, right? This is like you're creating an expectation of, oh hey, if I click this, I'm gonna get that, and if I subscribe, I'm gonna continue getting that, and I wanna have that every day. Premise 1S. Okay, thank you. Which reminds me of one episode of How I Met Your Mother, where Ted Mosby is like writing on the on the board, and he's like, "Wait, how do you spell professor?" And he's like, I mean, he's like, I mean, he just turns to the class and he's like, I mean, like, there's a student who's like shaking their head no. I mean, no, he just stops here. I mean, he turns around, looks at the student, and the student's like, looks at the class, and the student's like shaking their head no. And then he just puts his like thing here. And he turns again, and we're like, yes. And then he just does this. I love it. It's so funny. It's such a funny gag. I honestly love How I Met Your Mother. I had a really bizarre thing happen when I was younger. I don't know. I feel like at some point my friend group was kind of lame. I don't know. And I wanted to make more friends. I wanted to meet more other people, just hang out with other people. Also girls. I wanted to talk to some girls that I thought were cool and get to like a crush too. So I just really bizarre, but I went to some people and was like, some of these people were like, "Hey, I think you're cool." And I was had like this thing where like I would stay up at night and I would just not have that many people to talk to. I'm like, "Hey, I think you're cool. Do you stay up at night sometimes just doing whatever?" For like, yeah, sometimes. I'm like, "Hey, do you want to?" I'm kind of trying to create a group chat where it's just like people who just chat at night. And then like I would just grab this group of people that I thought were cool, and we would like enjoy How I Met Your Mother. So it was our group thing of just watching that. I think it eventually just fizzled out because it was kind of like very different people sometimes. And it was every time where like we're just not like just, you know, you weren't like talking that much. So, but it was cool. It was so cool. It's a weird story. Granted, don't keep him too high. I think it's okay to keep him high. Just don't keep your bar high by just like some random shit, you know? Did you show it? I'm gonna show it right now. Surely I've been waiting for you to come back to show it. So I've shown Arresty before. I'm really happy with the face. The face is so good, guys. I'm really happy with it. When looking to the side, this is definitely like there's this front piece, the back of the head, and so like you can kind of see that like there's gonna be something like this going on, right? And then just like whatever. But it really is like lion-like. He whipped it. He's pulling his tablet out. On the tablet. Oh no. Okay, stop. No. Damn it. No. Imagine I just change. It's like, well, guys, that was it. I'm not gonna show it ever again. No, that's the motto. Good thing he read it wrong. I realized after I read in the right order. Arresty, you're such a freak. Okay, I've shown Arresty what I did beforehand. I think it might be already still be here. Yeah. No, I think I might have did. Oh, it's here. So I've done this before. Maybe I have fixed it. I don't remember. But it did not look right with this one. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. I think I exaggerated a little bit. It looks very, very skinny. I think it needs a little bit more oomph. Right here, I'm just doing anatomy. It's a bit beefy, I think. That's the way I'm seeing it. It looks a bit beefy. But we'll figure it out. I'm gonna put like all the body parts around, learn how to do all of them, and then improve. It's a lot better. I know. I also like cut all of the parts and like just wrote down in different places. I actually should just create a where is a folder here. Why isn't everything in the folder? We're gonna call it a sketch folder. Sometimes it's good to separate different things. So there's the actual big sketch, which I'm gonna do the whole like body. This I kind of just did in a way like just really fast because I was running out of time like before my vacation ended. I just wanted to get something done for a sense of accomplishment. But I'm definitely gonna redo this and just make something better. But you can definitely tell like what I'm going for here, what elements I'm trying to do. Like, I don't know if I like the knee pad, but I think it's gonna be important to convey a little bit more of FPS vibe. The combat boots, the belt. Just should probably do something about it. But yeah, I'm gonna do a lots of cool stuff. I think I'm the most proud of the hair and face. It looks awesome. It just looks so good. Not fanboy enough, SMH. It's okay, guys. I'm gonna try to reach a good balance. That's what I'm going for, right? It's kind of twinkish, sort of, but also like kind of, hey, he's strong. He looks good, right? I want it to look very nice. What I want is for when I get super big, I want to be positively peggable. I want to be like, okay, okay, imagine like one of those people who like, they don't look too fanboyish, but like they kind of are drawn like that sometimes. Imagine like Link. Link is a bit more on the fanboy side. Who's like fits this category? I think sometimes Shu, Niji Sanja. I've seen when I watched it, I've seen like some like that, but not too much because he's not like someone who just gets drawn a lot. Shoto is more like bottom side. I don't know, like people who from Nier Automata. Oh, but okay. But from Nier, 9S is more of a bottom, right? And he's only like with a girl usually. He's not like, mostly because he's paired with 2B. He's too fanboy coded. Cloud is a really good one. Cause he's sometimes very fanboyish, but like sometimes he's like, okay, he's a kind of like a cool buff dude. But his art, okay, I'm gonna have to look it up sometimes. Why are we basing it off if they are bottom or top energy? It's cause I want my character to be, you know, kind of hot. Fanboy is a state of mind. I feel like I'm kind of a switch, a little bit more to the bottom side. if I'm being honest, but I like being able to be like on both sides. Top is not the same as Dom. Good point. Good point. I mean, sometimes I get confused by the terms. I don't know. Bottom is not same as submissive. There's difference? What? Wait, what? Yeah, pretty sure there's a difference. I just don't remember. Aresti, you're a freak of a group. You explain. I feel like I would explain wrong if I did. I just forget. Alright, I'm gonna look up how to draw the pelvis. I know like this part of the arms. It is very interesting. I've been watching so many, rewatching the courses a lot, right? Sometimes it's cool to have like one of the courses I remember seeing talked about how like when you learn how to like draw solids and like curving them, like most of the time cylinders, you draw them like this, and then like the upgrade, or like not really upgrade, but like a different skill is trying to draw them more fleshy. And the way you do that is to have like kind of like folds, like folded over like this. Right, it's very different. Have it be like, have more like curves and whatnot. Right, it looks more fleshy. Right, for example, like a curve like this is like, imagine it's like the arm, right? And then also like having like, it looks more realistic also if like there's something on top of the other. So for example, like the chest, the way you actually convey that it's not flat, which is like a problem I had before because I just did like this and just boom boom. This part just goes over top, or like just has a curve showing that it's like has more volume and just like gets on top of another thing. Or when like the shoulders like behind other things, it conveys like space. Is one of the properties of like perspective. And if you don't want to think too much about how things converge and whatnot, just having like those things, like things getting smaller as like they get like further away, things going on top of each other, like hiding, like being in front, basically. It shows perspective, and you don't need to like calculate too much, just making too many guidelines like this. If you make guidelines, it's gonna be better, like a better result, but you don't actually need them to convey perspective, if that makes sense. Like for example, like when you learn like anatomy, you start to picking some things. For example, this thing on the arm, where we just like, the forearm just has like two parts, basically, like one on top of the other, and sometimes like this part just gets like a bone, and just sometimes it crosses, and when it does that, like sometimes this thing shows more. I need to learn more about that, to be honest. But when you learn those little things, just showcasing, like learning the lines that convey that, that's what makes like the thing look human and the thing look good. You need to learn the lines and the silhouette that makes things look the way they are. And learning anatomy is like how you do that. Like Okay, there is the tube, and then like there's the trapezium, and then there's the shoulder. Shoulder just usually goes around like this, and but you just only need to do the silhouette and just does something. It's gonna end around like around here, which is like around the chest area. Just try to learn all those things, especially the ones that showcase the silhouette. The silhouette is the most important part. And sometimes like the muscles, if you draw them differently, like the characters become like very different, right? So knowing the silhouette, that's gonna make a big difference. Like he becomes like very buff and like kind of gross almost, to be honest. Like for example, like you see that before I did like this, right? So it was more skinny, and now I just did this because I thought it would just be more different, better. So if you learn like the contours, like the differences you can make, the variations, like oh this thing's like this, or like very down and just almost goes straight, or this thing goes more diagonal because this needs to be a little bit more muscle, or when it goes almost like the concave, like more positive. You learn all the variations and you start to get better. Is it just me that sees him as kid coded 9S? I don't see him that much, to be honest, because I think he's very similar to Link. I think, and to me, in my mind, like Link is very adult. I think it has to do with his shorts, 9S. It's very similar to Venti. But I don't see that much because I never played the game, so I don't know. Okay, top is not the same as Dom, bottom is not the same as submissive. Okay, it's different, okay. I think I'd rather stay ignorant. Ignorant is bliss. Sub and Dom is who's in charge, kinda, but it's not equal to top and bottom. Can have a power bottom. I never understood what power bottoms are, to be honest. Or a submissive top. Where's categories? Yes. I'm not fit for this. Oh, we have a vanilla boy. I don't know, I've never thought of it like that, seeing him as a kid. I've just seen a whole lot of art. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but honestly same. Just give me a Venti design, SMH. Imagine you are topping someone, but they are in charge and tell you what to do. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I think top and bottom is like what people think the most. Ben. But yeah, I said it wrong, wait. Submissive and dominant is what people think the most. Which is kind of strange because like we're like, okay, top and bottom. Yeah, keep me vanilla, this is too much. I don't know, I'm straight, but... Okay, I'm as straight as every other guy on the internet, but... Like, this is vanilla. I didn't say anything bad. I think it's just like it's difficult to say, like, it is kind of vanilla because like nothing crazy, like actually crazy. But at the same time, like knowing all the categories, like not something normal to do. When you are not straight, I see. I am. I'm a bit bi. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's more like I have a very heavy lean towards women, very heavy. Most of the times, I think men look gross. I'm not gonna lie. They do not look attractive, and I have a big suspicion that like most women also don't think like that. I think it's more like a, I don't know, like a kind of like a sexual like intriguing thing to have like a man who's like kind of hot. I mean, you can tell like the guy looks hot, but like at the same time, it's like there's a certain cozy dynamic of like having a guy, but I think like, I don't know, I think like women find it more interesting than like most dudes. I'm just like not completely like, I still have a big lean to women. Alright guys, and I've just kept most of the time just yapping. I'm happy I shared some stuff with you guys about drawing. Yeah, a big thing I remember Arresty told me when I was drawing. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? What's this one? When I was drawing this one big thing I remember Rusty told me is that like this looks a bit too feminine-like and very like too little muscle. I should imagine like, okay, lion. I can get it as well. Like lion more looks like more muscly, like more predator-like. It makes sense. I think a big difference is that the hips do not match. That's a thing I did here. I was like rewatching some of Hyde's like anatomy, like figure drawing, the figure drawing course, and of the head drawing. It is so different, like to like watching back. Like it looks so much worth it. I think it's like one of the best courses now, like looking back, because you learn how to draw like every single different part of the body with like a very consistent way. I think I just did not like how he did the head. It just wasn't for me because I couldn't like just land the proportions like on the body or just gesture draw properly. I don't know, it just didn't match for me. So I was kind of picky on it, but everything else, all the other body parts, it's just golden. It's just so good. Hi Kuma, hello. What do you think? What do you think? I'm both drawing a reference sheet or just designing the character and learning how to draw completely, and also doing my model. Isn't that great? Damn, bro talks about men now, but I like girls too. I just don't have the need for it. The need for love. I have a need for love. I can't. Alright, let's go and look for how to draw the waist, the hips. You're doing your model or what? Yeah, I'm doing everything to be honest. So I'm trying to learn how to draw. I'm very happy with how it turned out so far. I'm trying to draw the torso. The torso I drew today, like basically the anatomy, and I'm gonna like fix around, just play around with like the muscles and like the silhouette a little bit. But I'm just placing everything and just I'm gonna like kind of like a line art and just like take all the proportions, like all the lines here out. So I only have like the proper like sketch. like for more like clean sketch, I'm gonna like kind of check the body type if it looks good. Then I'm gonna put over clothing, and I'm gonna have a full thing, and I'm gonna just learn how to paint, just render. I'm gonna learn everything and just do it all. When you get to line art, make sure you prep it for the layering. But that's later, big dog. Thank you. I'm a big cat dog. Yes. I always get confused of lions. Like, lions are kind of like big dogs, but they're like the cat family. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. I have a course. I really enjoy the course. From Colosso. Let me look it up. Who it is exactly? That's just about making a VTuber. Was on the more pricey side. It's by it's A to Z VTuber model creation. So it's on their website Colosso for anyone interested. It's just mirroring. And it's by 46 centimeters away from you. So that's actually their name. They have different name as well, but like on the website that's their name. It's really good. They have like content like on YouTube and everything, so you guys can check out their skills. But I'm very hopeful. So I'm very glad you reminded me, Kuma, that like, okay, line art, I already tried to cut everything or just watch stuff how to do that. Because I think just painting and then just having to draw a little bit more of the body parts and then just paint again is gonna be kind of rough. So yeah. We should cover what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm pretty sure like when I watch the course, I'm gonna be able to do V-Bridger, just like some cool like movements and stuff, just basically everything. I'm actually very hopeful. And then I'm gonna get an iPhone because my phone, the back of my phone is completely fucked. I managed to like replace it because like the battery was my phone was basically getting pregnant. The thing was like bending, like the back was bending. It was like getting like kind of a belly. And it was very scary. So I ordered like a replacement like battery. And then I realized, hey, getting what? Let's not talk about it. And I realized, hey, the back is still tilted, it's completely open. I need to order another back of a phone case. I got it, I placed it. It's because I didn't put like anything heavy on top of the phone. It just didn't stick too well, but it's better than before. Your battery is going to explode in the road. I'm so upset with Samsung for this. Like, okay, I've always like had a Samsung phone. One time I had an iPhone like way back. I'm not sure like which iPhone. It was like very long time ago when I was like 10 or 12 or something. And then I got a Samsung because my friend had a Samsung. He said, everybody was saying, hey, Samsung is better because it's cheaper and it's just as good if not better. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a Samsung. And I've had a Samsung ever since. And then when I had this problem, I looked it up and I realized it's a recurrent Samsung problem. Like people who like do reviews for phones, they have like some storage room where like they just place phones like just sitting there. And like it's not every phone, like it's only sometimes. Only Samsung phones, they like some of them start like expanding like their backs and just the battery just becomes a balloon basically. It's insane. And it was like, hey, I'm not gonna take the risk of like getting another case of that happening. Even though like iPhones are basically twice as expensive usually. Like, I'm not gonna take the risk. And usually like Samsung phones are getting more pricey. Like to a point where they're very similar to iPhones. I think iPhones are only like expensive because Samsung's factories are basically like more disseminated in Brazil or something. At least I think so. How expensive is an Oppo phone there? Oppo? I've never heard of this brand before, ever. Oppo phone. What the hell? Oppo. Oh, okay, there's a website, but it seems like Brazilian. Smartphones. Let me look at the latest one. 14. Are you gonna tell me the price, buddy? Like, come on. Buy now. It is about 5,000 Brazilian currency. 5,000 is approximately 5 or 5 in a little bit. So it would be like $1,000, somewhat a little bit less. But Samsung phones are basically just as expensive, if not less, to be honest. I'm pretty sure iPhone phones are like 6 to 7,000 Brazilian currency, so it's a little bit more. I've never used Apple, but I've gone through most of decent Android options. Here from $300 US to $600 US depending on which. Switch from a Google Pixel to an... Okay, I don't have a Google Pixel, but I don't have it here. It's ridiculous. I wanted it. I actually wanted like to try the Google phone because I love Google. I actually like have a lot of like I invest in Google because I actually really I do believe in the company because everything I use is like Google. So like I might as well just buy Google stocks. So I like Google, but I'm gonna get an iPhone because iPhone is like is really useful for like VTubing because of the bridger, because of like the tracking. I can go more into it a little bit later and just read chat. Thing is crazy. Oppo Find X8. Interesting. Send me the one you looked at. Okay. If I find the thing. There we go. That's the Oppo phone I looked at. Google Pixel bad, not gonna lie. Really? Real shame, but their processor is just slower. The battery life is just worse. The cameras used to be good, but now they're bottom of the barrel. Google Pixels, I mean. That's a shame. I've considered it like to try, mostly because like I didn't really think of any other option. Like I didn't know Oppo at all. Never heard of it. I thought about the Chinese one. I forgot the name, but it was pretty expensive. And I didn't really know. Like I don't know. Usually like when I see Chinese companies, I'm like, this sounds like a bad thing, like a cheap, badly manufactured thing. I looked into a Chinese phone, right? I forgot the name. But you know, it's like the latest one wasn't here yet. Like the competitor to the iPhone 17 or the S25 from Android. I mean Samsung. So like, oh, you don't have a product, so I'm not gonna buy it. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna buy like a phone from last year. That's so ridiculous. If I'm gonna buy something now, I'm gonna buy something that's like good for the future. Especially now, because I know like there's a big step up from my phone. I've heard the iPhone 17, like the base version, is really fucking good. Especially for the price. So I'll probably buy that one. If they don't release like the iPhone 18 before I finish everything I have. Like my model. OnePlus is good. I've heard of OnePlus. Pretty sure I don't have it here. Both OnePlus and Oppo are Chinese. I've heard that like there's the same company from OnePlus has like three. It's basically OnePlus and another two brands. It might be Oppo. I just don't know. And each one's like specialized in one thing. You'd be hard pressed finding a phone that isn't. Vivo was the other one I was looking, but everyone agrees Oppo has better Android OS skin. Oh, Xiaomi. Yeah, Xiaomi is the one I was looking at. The new iPhone is crazy. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Not all new things are good sometimes, so you just have to always double check. That's true. That's so true. I love my Xiaomi, but here they have become oddly expensive. Same with Huawei. Yeah. I've been using for years now. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get an iPhone, and there's a couple reasons why. So the main reason is V-Bridger. So like the VTubing, for those of you who don't know, the VTubing tracking and everything. Let me actually put like create another. There you go. To make the model, you basically need a drawing software to like draw everything. So right now I'm using like Studio Paint to make all the little like bars of like movement and like just track everything. Like, oh, if I move certain amount, it's gonna move a little bit to this side and whatnot. That's I forgot the name. Fuck. Guys, help me out. There's another program, I forgot the name. And those are to make the model. Once you have a model, you need to have the software to run it. The software you use to run it, there's a bunch, but the main one is VTuber Studio. There's only one software that does this part, guys, so if you know, just let me know. I forgot. Actually, I might just check it out from the notes I have. I think I have the notes very easy on here. Live 2D Cubism. That's the one. From the course I watched, maybe it changed. That this is the only software that just does the VTubing thing, right? So those make the model. To run the model, VTuber Studio. And one thing that's very, very good, that's an added bonus to make your VTuber track better, is V-Bridger, which was created. Or at least that's what I understood. Maybe I'm wrong. It uses an iPhone feature for facial recognition. I forgot the name. That started on iPhone X's and above. X and above. I'm gonna put a plus here. I'm gonna delete this one and just put a dot. it basically makes it track better because like the iPhone basically has like a little laser that just shoots out of a phone every couple like every I don't know how long it takes for it to do it, but like it's kind of like a security risk at this point, but like it just not really a security risk, but like privacy risk basically. But it just shoots out lasers and like from the phone to your face a lot, so it knows your face really well. And because of that, it just tracks so well. And like also it's infrared light, so your room doesn't need to be lit up. That's what I hear. So it has a way better tracking, but for this to work, you actually need to know how to. You need to set up on the live 2D. You need to actually have made the model to work on the bridger. If you haven't made the model customized to work on the bridger, it's not gonna work on the bridger. So it's a direct upgrade, right? It's more work, but you can actually charge for if you're commissioning and whatnot. It's cool. So that's the main reason I want to get an iPhone. The main one, because I stream. I'm a VTuber. And I will get a live 2D model of my own making. So that's the main reason why I'm getting an iPhone. Second reason, I just have complete distrust on Samsung from the whole battery incident. Maybe it was really unlucky, but to be honest, I'm not gonna pass through that again. That sucked. That actually sucked really bad. Or let me look up what's happening on chat. One of my other friends that streams also is a VTuber using an iPhone for red tracking, and it's amazing what it can do. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And if you have a bridger, I'm pretty sure it's like more insane. I got distracted. I need to play Woowa. Yippee! My stream's distracted, Resty. Let's go. BRB, I'll be lurking. No problem. Good luck. I know you need to have your new waifu. High school spy waifu. Alright guys, let's continue studying. I'm gonna continue studying. I haven't started yet. I haven't drawn much, I've just been yapping. I'm gonna have to actually go to bed soon guys, because I've yapped so much and I started stream late because I'm fat fuck, eat a lot. I'm gonna have to go to bed soon because it's already past my bedtime. I have a bedtime for myself so I don't wake up late and tired. Guys, can you believe it? Tomorrow I'm gonna work. I work almost every single day except for like the actual vacation days or during my vacation. It's rough, but it makes good money. And by good money, I have average money. I'm still trying to get a blank. We don't say the J word in here. Talk about like getting a job. I'm actually kind of shared with my mom like about like VTubers. I didn't tell her I am kind of a VTuber already, but I told her, hey, there's also this thing like where like people stream. I've nudged her a little bit like, here and there about like that they're streaming, and she knows I stream. She just doesn't really know what. She's kind of like boomerish, so I don't want to really share too much with her, because I'm kind of like insane like on my own. I'm very quiet, like shy. to other people, but when I'm online, like people I feel like comfortable, I'm just unhinged. But yeah, I've shared with her about like, hey, there's like people just stream of like anime models and they just like track your face and they track you. Good for branding, good for like it's very like persona basically. People keep their real life identities hidden. It's fun, and making models pays a pretty penny. I say, hey, it actually kind of pays, so I might just do that. And she was actually kind of cool with it. Like, oh, that's cool. So maybe I was nudging that because she helps me a lot with taxes. I do my taxes, guys. Make sure you do it too so you don't get into trouble. But yeah, I'm gonna eventually like already with Twitch. If I actually get paid from Twitch, I don't know if I even have been paid from Twitch. I know you need to earn a certain amount, so Twitch pays you at some point. If you get like paid too little, Twitch is like counting until you reach a certain threshold and then they pay you. So I don't know if I reached that amount yet. I don't know if it's like $50 or something like that. At least me, I have to get to 50 USD mean. Yeah, that's it. $15. That's the threshold for me. I don't think I reached $50 yet. I don't expect to, especially since I don't have a model. I'm very small, fairly small. I don't have emotes. I want to make sure you guys have the best. Once I draw everything, I want to be able to stream every single day. I want to be able to learn how to do thumbnails, just put thumbnails out there, post on YouTube, post on Twitter. I think when I start learning to draw, just doing stuff, I'm gonna be able to pull so many more people. Because like right now, my branding, everything kind of is very minimal, right? I have a PNG tuber that's kind of like free. I made a pixel art, which was kind of rough to do, but like it's very simplistic for like restarting stream. It's for backgrounds and stuff. And my thumbnails are very kind of simple. I try to be as creative as I can, but there's only so much I can do with the same exact picture every single time, right? So it will be so much cooler if I do thumbnails, emotes. I have my VTuber model. It's gonna pull so many more people. It's gonna be good. You don't do tax fraud? Sadly, no. Imagine making that money. But no, they get you. The dream. That is the dream. I love that. My dream is to make to get like so much influx of money that I can just quit my day job, right? Like my actual job, and I just stream and I invest everything, safe options and like non-safe options that like grow more, like more risky, and I can just chillax. I have enough money. I don't need to work, retire early. That's what I want to do. And I got so many cool ideas. If I am actually rich, I want to invest and make stuff that I think is going to be beneficial for me and like other people. I've always dreamed of like being like so good financially that I'm able to like just do some kind of like nuts stuff, like not really nuts, but like actually like super purposeful stuff, like contributing to like extending life, like medicine, and like imagine like just you're rich and just instead of being like a stupid moron who just spends on cars and stuff like that, just like boats. Like I'm not the Neji Sanji guy. I would actually really love to basically be able to donate a lot for a bunch of like research of like how to cure cancer, how to like extend your life as much as you can, how to put your like mind into like a computer or anything like that. Like you can tell like I'm very scared of dying. But those things would be like so good. That'd be awesome. Solving like getting old, basically, right? Because to be honest, it's a disease. Honestly, the way I see it, it's just a disease, bro. I've seen videos of people just describing it like that. Like it's basically a disease, like getting older. Like there's something that makes you not be able to repair your body. And then it causes a bunch of problems. And if you could solve that, you could be, imagine, young forever. That's the dream. That'd be so cool. Bro wants immortality. I want immortality. It's actually so scary. I think, I don't know why there's so much media of people saying, no, being immortal would be so bad. We have to go away from it. Like, bro, if you wanna die, just kill yourself. Like, actually, that's just okay. Not right now. But like, imagine you're like immortal, like, and you experience everything. Whoa, sorry guys. Sorry, that's what I mean. But it's true. Like, if you're in the situation where like you're going completely insane because you're like immortal, you're not actually immortal. You're just Highlander, right? You can still die. You just don't. You can choose when. And to be honest, I cannot imagine myself wanting to die. So, sorry. Just you should isekai yourself now. Editing and thumbnails are fun to make. They really are. I say much easier than making custom characters. True. Yeah. You need that high financial tolerance. Exactly. To be able to just not work and just making your money work for you is just like so good. Just like retiring. Imagine if you retire right now, you can just live every day as like vacation. Some people would say, oh, that's bad for you because you're not keeping your mind like active. Bro, if I could stay at home and just work on my VTuber model, make other people's VTuber models, like my friends' VTuber models, making like animations, like writing my lore, making the loading screens that I wanted to do with like a little bit of lore inside, being able to like learn how to sing, being able to like do so much stuff. That'd be so cool. I would keep my mind super active, like learning stuff. I do not just have to go to work that's like kind of just to make money, you know? Sure, there's some work that's like kind of nicer, kind of cool, but at the same time, like, you don't just want to do it because you have to. You want to do it because you can. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless. I don't know. Clear out that trash island in the ocean. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Is there like a trash island? That'd be so crazy. Yeah, that's rough. Overpopulation. That is a problem, though. That is a big problem. But hey, if overpopulation is something that could happen from immortality, maybe we just have to work on just space exploration. Just like planet, just like morphing planets into like survivable ones. Or just a bunch of other things, right? Like the universe is basically so big. If you can make another planet survivable and just like bring half of humanity to this other planet, you basically have the population right there. Also, if people, I don't know, but I don't know if you like, it's, I think we're gonna reach at some point where like people just don't want kids, right? I think that's a thing. Like, I don't know. I myself have no plans to having a kid. I just don't know. If it happens, I'll figure it out. But like, I have no plans right now. I have so many other things I want to do. And it's not a project I want to have. Like, I'm not looking forward to it, like having a kid. I'm sure some people find it kind of cool, but I don't know. It's not like something on my mind right now. Project. It is kind of like a project, right? Like, whatever reason you have for like having a kid, besides it'd be a cool thing to like have a kid, which is like the culmination of me and like a loved one, and just, you know, raising them, right? This is crazy. I mean, you're not gonna be cold to them. It's just like, hey, it's a project, basically. I just want a mini-me to love. Why don't you clone yourself? What the fuck? I don't know, man. Why don't you get a pet? I don't know. It just doesn't like. It doesn't make sense in my mind, like to have like a mini version of you. Not literally a mini me. I have a pet. Yeah, like to me, it just doesn't. It doesn't register in my mind. Like, whoa, is it like a pet that's a human, like that actually can think? I don't know, bro. But it just doesn't make sense in my mind. Like, how do I converge this idea in my head? It just doesn't make sense. Besides the idea of like, oh, it's a project. That's crazy. Exactly. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. It's like, I think the idea is like, hey, it's basically like, no, you were crazy. It's like a project, a pet, a friend, a family member. I don't know, bro. It's crazy. You're sounding a bit dehumanizing. I'm just trying to kind of convert the idea of having a child and compare it to something else, to try and make sense of wanting to have a child. When talking about kids, I'm trying to like make some crazy ideas, like try to convert the idea of having a child to like some like parallels to other things, right? I don't know. Maybe it's like having your parents live with you, but like in reverse. I don't know, like in my mind, taking care of my parents would not sound fun. It would just not sound like fun. I think it is more fun having a pet that you love and you just like hang out. That sounds more like a comparison. It sounds worse because a pet compared to a human, like, but it does make a little bit more sense in my mind. Let me look up the chat a little bit before, because I didn't keep up with it. How are we going to fit in the world if we don't die? Yeah, true. Let's not have kids. There is literal island of trash. That's so messed up. That's so weird. No, we should start doing a Hunger Games project legacy. That's literally. Literally it. Legacy, yeah. I guess. I don't know, it's just weird to me. Like, Hey, I just gonna leave another human here. If the point of having a kid is legacy, then if you're immoral, it just doesn't make sense to have a kid. Which makes sense, like there's a bunch of like movies saying like the reason for having for kids is that they replace us or something. I just think that's kind of mean. I don't know. Kids definitely aren't for everyone. I think I would be like a good parent. I just don't think I would choose to be a parent until like very, very late. Hello, THC Etchy. I'm gonna call it Etchy because that's more fun. How you doing? We're yapping a lot. I'm drawing every once in a while. If you have any questions about drawing, I can maybe talk about it because I'm learning. I feel like I have so much knowledge now. I'm happy with it. If you joined for that. Guys, I feel like today it's a very interesting stream because I usually don't just keep yapping and yapping like that. And that's like something I know like VTubers do a lot. They just have like stream which is like just yapping. And that is really fun. I basically haven't drawn anything, to be honest, today. I mean, today I have drawn stuff today. I drew this, and I drew this thing too. I don't know why it's telling me to save. Let me save. But yeah. Yeah. I don't think little me would be ready for this world. I read enough of a shit show with how bad everything is everywhere. That's actually kind of true. Like, I feel like I want to be able to retire early before anything. Being able to like accumulate as much money. If I have like such a big expense as like a kid, that would be harsh. That would be so difficult. I mean, I'm sure I would be able to make it work, but then I would have to sacrifice a lot for something that, you know, I didn't really want or wasn't really my priority, you know? I just want to love a kid and watch you grow. It doesn't have to make sense. Yeah, I think the idea of like watching it grow is... that makes a lot of sense, actually. Imagine like a bonsai tree, right? You're taking care of it, it's growing, it's turning into something kind of cool, beautiful. And having the same thing happen with like a human, that's actually kind of cool. And it's essentially like a project, basically, right? I think that's what I meant with like project too. But that's a better way to put it, I think. It's like having like a thing you take care of and have it grow into a full-fledged person. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Okay, I go now. Arrested being like, bro, you are sick. I'm not liking this dog. It's okay, we can stop talking about that. Minimi doesn't deserve to face taxes and stupidity. I feel like I'd be a wonderful father if it came down to it. I didn't see it being a part of my future, but who knows? I do think I'd be a great one though. I'm on the same boat. Emotions don't need a reason all the time. I'm not sure if... I mean, in my mind, okay, it makes sense, right? That sense makes sense. It's just that like the way what I'm thinking is like, you don't like you don't need to explain your own emotions to anybody else, or you don't need to understand your own emotions. Like it doesn't need to make sense. It really doesn't. But it's good and it's cool to like be able to break down what caused this, or like what's the reasoning behind it, because I believe everything has a cause and effect. It just makes sense if it is that way. So like there has to be something that causes you to want something, and if you completely understand the mechanism behind it, you understand yourself better, and it's a good thing to do. You don't need to. Sometimes it's just too much of a hassle. But those are cool for experiments to have. Hopefully you'll be a good parent if it happens, and hopefully they don't find this clip. Oh no. I think it of I think of it logically, it's a legacy and having generations in your family. That is also a good reason, like a good, it makes sense, right? You want to keep the family going, right? It's a tradition, you want to keep on going and you want to see the family flourish. Although I don't really hold the same sentiment. I think I would rather be able to like have a kid to have them, right? Rather than for the family. Emotionally thinking is to care and nurture and watch them live. Yes, I think we have the same idea in mind. Something doesn't come out enough from nothing. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me go back to the course. Okay, it's not picking up the audio of it. Let's go. Waist and hip area. So this course I'm looking right now, it's a course from Hyde. There's some things that I like about it and some things that I don't. The main thing I don't like about it is how to draw the head. And it's a little bit hard to like get your head around like how it's structured, like the course. It doesn't focus too much on like you like straight away like do this. It's like I'm gonna explain everything. It's like, yeah, it's a bit too much, or sometimes it doesn't make too much sense. And I don't like how he focused too much on a realistic human body when we clearly want to draw anime, right? Sure, it makes sense, but like spend as much time drawing anime than a human, like an actual human. The body, it's okay to be realistic because like it just looks realistic, right? But like the head, the face, the hair, the eyes, like everything, it's just not realistic. It's just not. The head to body proportions also not realistic. So I developed my own like style and like stuff from that basically. There's a bunch of little things I got from so many other courses too. But I think like in terms of like giving you specific instructions to how to do things, I think Hyde is one of the only courses that gives you that. Which is such a shame. Like, it's such a shame to get like some courses that like just don't tell you what to do exactly. Like, some of them just are like, hey, copy a lot of my stuff, like copy a lot. and they just give you some tips that are good. I've just been kind of disappointed at the beginning with high scores because they give you the method of drawing, which is like head shape, just figure out like the middle, like the cuts, and like draw this thing and just figure out where it's looking, right? It's looking down here, or like whether the cross is up here. And then you just like give a intersection, this is looking up like this. Parallel, you cut it. And you cut it. And there's some things that I'm thinking, this is dumb. Like the next, okay, how tall is it? Like, it's like, oh, it's based on what you like. It's like, brother, what the fuck? Give me specific proportions. You know what I want. I want to draw anime. I want to draw the thing everybody else draws in the standard, like, Hololive, Ninja Sanji. It's basically all the same proportion most of the time for the head, right? It's something akin to this. And I learned based on like what I'm looking from like other courses, but sometimes you get it from like comparing a bunch of them, taking a bunch of like drawings that seem good and like trying to like extract the proportion. I learned it's 1 to 1.5, something like that, basically 1 to 1.5. This is the golden ratio, and because of that, it's hard to play with this, because then the next step is we mess up with a fucking corner and you just fucking cut. How much do we cut? It's your preference. And it's like, buddy, what the fuck is happening? Like, how are we gonna get consistent proportions if this is what you're doing? And then this portion, oh, how do we do this? How do we do this like little shield thing? How does it work? It just pisses me off so much, bro. It's just so bad. So this just pisses me off really bad. I don't know, man. I just don't really like it very much. But yeah, so I just don't really like this one. Just one of the first things he teaches for like actual like body stuff. Besides like the head height, which was already kind of bad for me. The head height thing was like, bro, you're only teaching 8 head, and the like changing the proportions for like the other like amount of heads, it just looks weird. Like, what? You're just taking the spine and putting on the other head size? It doesn't make any sense. Hi, hello Daisy, hello, welcome. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm yapping about drawing courses. Complaining. But yeah, that's the very thing I was like kind of upset about, but yeah, I learned how to do like kind of, if I'm gonna like recommend you guys as a beginner right now, if I had to recommend you guys how to learn to draw, learn how to draw orthographic, basically, which is like the type of drawing which is like no perspective. One perspective that it's in here is the feet. Everything else, no perspective whatsoever. Like with the feet, it has like a little bit of a perspective thing going on. You can tell, just like draw lines like parallel to here. And you can tell like there's a certain perspective. But everything else, right? It's like this, so you would imagine that there's like a planes going on like this, right? So like parallel and then like this. But that's not what's happening, right? It's not like that. Right, but the chest is not like turning up, right? It's not, it doesn't have like the bottom part of a chest, right? It's not like that. Doesn't have like the face here as well. It's not like that. It's like completely like to a front. So I would recommend orthographic. Learn how to draw like front face, side face, I guess back too, first, because that way you completely throw out of the way the perspective. I love studying new perspectives. It sounds really cool. I'm just not there yet. Like I'm able to draw like other, like for example, I did this study today, and I really like being able to like just do some different like these ones are like kind of copy studies, but like I'm able to like just draw like, oh, this plane, it needs to like converge a little bit, or like, oh, this is like also parallel, so it's also gonna converge. And if you do that a lot, you get like some really cool effects of perspective. It looks awesome. But like I need to learn anatomy first, and I'm just gonna straightforward. Just go straight and like just learn how it's in your front, learn how it's on the side, and then you can combine them into in a perspective, and then you can actually like get more out of it. Also, if you're doing perspective or poses, this is like no pose, it just extract basically you're focusing more on the shape, the anatomy, and trying to make something appealing. When you learn how to do something appealing, drawing a character, designing, whatever, you can actually go into like posing and whatnot, which is like the other part of the equation. But I think the first step is like learning how to draw a simple character. No poses, no nothing. Learning perspectives seem fun, but take this with a grain of salt. I haven't started learning everything yet. Yeah, I'm just starting. How long have you been drawing? I don't actually have a good like timeline, but like drawing seriously like that. Let me look on my YouTube on the live stream of VODs, because I think I started a long time ago the drawing streams, but only recently I've been like a little bit more up to it. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, but you can see I haven't like drawn too much yet. And I think about previous streams, I haven't really drawn like a lot. I haven't like really shown much. Right now, I'm like, I drew a lot off stream recently. I don't think a lot. Like some people just draw 8 hours a day, they're like going crazy. I sometimes feel like, oh, I have some time to draw, like just try to do it, and I just stop, go back to watching YouTube. So I don't know, I'm very on and off for the past 4 months, basically. And not very many hours. What I have like spent a lot of time was just like, I got some drawing courses, and I'm just watching and rewatching them like so many times. Because I truly believe that like drawing is similar to chess, as in like every single thing you do, every single line needs to have a reason behind it. And you can't just fucking just blah 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 blah. Just shape. Sometimes it works, but like if you're not like prepping and the understanding, have a strategy of how to do things, it's really difficult. Nah, 8 hours is too much. Some people are crazy at it. Yeah, some people have been drawing for like years. I honestly have no idea. I feel like I have way too good at drawing for the time I've spent actually drawing. I don't have that much practice drawing, I'll be honest. I'm actually very scared of putting things on paper because they don't look as good. So recently I've been doing a lot of my studies like off. I was actually planning on doing some more progress, just like watching the course and drawing, but I've been having so much fun just talking to you guys. Alright, I'm gonna go a little bit more forwards. Something I do a lot with Hyde's course is that there's like, okay, what he does, he first talks about like head height proportion, which like he's a very good animator, which is one thing that he says was really cool. If you're like an animator and you're trying to draw a character doing something, whatever, the most important thing you have to get right is the head height proportion. Because if you get it wrong, you have to raise everything so it looks right. Right? If you spend a lot of time making it pretty, making the eyes look cool, making the hair look good, make the anatomy looks good, blah. If the head height is wrong, you have to raise everything. If you make the right head height proportion, a good gesture drawing, the only thing you need to do to fix it is draw the details. And if there's a detail that's wrong, you just raise the detail and just draw on top. If the underlying thing is wrong, you have to raise everything. So that's the first thing he teaches. Then he teaches the differences between a male figure and a female figure. Like masculine figure, feminine figure. Which I rewatched, it was game changing because the thing I drew before, this thing, Aresti told me was a little bit too feminine, and I think the culprit is this hourglass shape. Even though the hips look like kind of small, right? Like just, we're not like going crazy, we're not that big, right? We're not like this, right? We're not like this. But this looks like more womanly, right? More sexy. The problem is like it still has too much of this curve, and usually like for male characters what you have is when he did, which he usually doesn't do that later on, he combines the thorax, rib cage, with the shoulder joints with one single shape to capture if the character looks masculine or feminine. If the character is masculine, he does this, and he just makes sure to capture the entire pelvis, because there's a thing, right? The pelvis is actually like this, and there's the connection, the femur neck, which differs from male and female. So usually like I like to do the square, or it seems to be better to do the square on the same length as the rib cage. And then like for the more feminine one, this, like the rib cage is wider, which was like a thing. This thing, the cut, has a wider angle, like around 60, I forgot which one was for feminine one. Maybe 45, I don't remember. Still has a bit of a, yeah, a little bit like this, but it's definitely like smaller. Here 45. And the biggest difference is that this thing is wider. So it just make it like actually wider. So again, like this part here, same width as the rib cage, and this thing just go wider. Sometimes going the same as the shoulder looks good. So get the like complete hourglass shape. Then right here, just like kind of have to like fill in with the anatomy and like shape that you want. And this thing was a big thing because this thing, like, you can kind of see like there's too much of a this shape going on. This one's like straight, goes more straight. So this one doesn't go straight, it goes like out. This is out, this is out, almost the same angle, and it kind of looks like this. If the angle is different, like this, it looks more masculine. So that's the thing I figured out from Aresti's feedback. So I changed this. Where is it? I changed that to this. And you can definitely see this thing is like straight. This thing has more bleh. It's like this. This thing is going out. I'm not sure if it's right, but probably not. I'll pull it in a little bit. Or I'll figure out, I'll learn how to draw the pelvis a little bit more. I learned how to draw a lot of the torso with this study here a little bit. So yeah. Yapping, taking the time away to lock in. It's okay. It's been a while since I streamed. I've been drawing since I can remember, and I'd say I'm pretty good, but I don't draw very much. That's really good. I think what I need to do to draw more is to have time, right? Have time to draw and have a project you really want to do. The thing that made me draw a lot more recently was having this. I was watching this course on like how to do VTuber models. I was like, I wanted to do reference, but I'm not very good at it. And then I just went straight to, let me do the model. I learned step by step, hey, what's the resolution of the thing they're using? What are the tools they're using? And then I'm like, okay, how do I start drawing? I know that I have to do the head height right. I deleted a lot of the things I did before, so it's more organized now. But I remember drawing like the mannequin shape 3 times, and it turned out wrong. It turned out like this later on, right? It had turned out like this before, and then Rest said, hey, this doesn't look right. And then I went to heights course. I learned how to do it. I realized, hey, I need to do the forks. I need to do this muscle a little bit wider so it looks better. I need to figure out the shoulder. I need to figure out how to do the first torso and then the waist. I saw that part about drawing the more masculine or more feminine. I then realized, hey, there's a bunch of little differences. The muscles, I got a different course for it. I went back to other courses. That's my entire thing to reach this sketch right here. It was a huge fucking like going around, and I really wanna rewatch the course on like the character design, because I know there's a bunch of things of how do you make the character, like the flow of like where your eyes go, right? And how you fill in like empty spaces, how do you do that, right? Because you need to make like a little track for the eyes and putting like different like little eye candy in different positions. But right now I'm gonna focus on doing the body. I'll draw like the full body. Right, I'll draw the full body, and then I'll focus on the design later on. I already have the hair. I'm really proud of it. You can tell that like I'm going 100 miles per hour. I don't know if that's a lot. I think it is. I'm not American. Yeah, let me go back and look at the chat because no, wait, the YouTube chat. Wait, I need to open the YouTube chat here. Go back. Just give me venti. Yes. Honestly, I could totally draw. Okay, one thing I want to draw is Lowfiy as Snake from Metal Gear and put it on a thumbnail. I want to draw Lowfiy in that position of on Titanfall 2 where like there's the, I forgot the name of the guy, Blisk like on top of the Titanfall like robot, just like in like just squatting down, kneeling down, and just like pull it with where he threw the Apex card on the screen basically. I want to do that. I want to do so many things. I could, if I ever play Genshin or any other like gacha game, I'm gonna make Lowfiy dress up as a character. One of the best like thumbnail things is like when you make them as a character, you know. Time to eat. Keep on the grind, Lowfiy. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye 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 bye. Let me look at. I've been drawing since I can remember. Yeah. I mean, while I can't draw a straight line. No. So I has to draw it again, SMH. Oh, that's so rough. If you get like a big screen, I have a big screen. It's not that big, but it's a big screen. It's easier to draw like a straight line. Rotating the I don't know how to rotate, but I know like rotating makes it easier for you to wait, where's the thing? Okay, makes it, what the, hello, why is it not working? Okay, bro. What? Oh, there you go. It's because it's invisible. Okay. What was I saying? I forgot. Yeah, I have the wrist straight line. Your wrist is kind of like gaming. You kind of just do a motion, like a flick, and it's rounded, right? For the mouse, it just straightens for you, basically. Like for this, like because the rotation, like the pivot point is so small because it's only the size of a hand, it's like only this like small segment is straighter. So if you do it with like your whole arm, there's like a segment that's like more straight, so it's easier to do like a straight line with like the biggest pivot points. So learn how to draw with your shoulder a lot of the times. Or if it's like a small thing, just learn how to draw with your wrist. If it's a different position, just change your entire arm so you can just make the right angle. There's a lot of different things you can do. But just like you can practice. I know a lot of people practice drawing like straight lines. You also shouldn't like just draw lines like very like not fast, because otherwise it becomes like jagged. If you do it fast, or like a flick, or like just like a movement, right? don't think, just don't think about like how it should move exactly. Just do the movement straight, think of where it's starting, where it's ending, and try to connect. That's how you do it. Like for here, for example, I try to think of, hey, where it starts, where it ends, what's the curve, and I try to draw it. That's usually what I do, to do lines. Not sure if it helped. So it has to draw it again, SMH. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Oh, it's okay. New practice makes perfect. True. I think like trying to get the most out of that's actually a cute profile picture. Let me look at your stuff, Daisy. But it looks so cute. That's cool. I like your OC, it looks cool. Thanks, I'll try, but then I don't know where to go after I'm done with it. Okay, for when you come back, new gen, I think the best thing you can do is just try to break down what you want to do. Break into segments what you want to learn. For example, for me, it was first like, okay, I want to learn how to draw the head. I want to try to draw like a hair. And then you try again and again until you get it right. When you can draw, get it right, just go to the next step. For me, it was the torso, but I'm gonna try to draw like the pelvis and then the arm. The arms. Oh, I'm gonna draw, learn the top and the bottom, the hands, the legs. Go little by little. Just try to understand what to do, and then you try to find the resources for it. Sometimes it takes a long time. When you're drawing, just try to have fun. True. You need to find a project you have fun doing, otherwise you don't keep it up. I love drawing feminine bodies. I really like seeing like people draw really good looking feminine bodies. Right now I'm doing like a male character, so I need to learn how to do male characters. I draw it myself. But I think there is a course I got, someone called Nekojira. They are my inspiration for like drawing really good lines, really good bodies. Especially feminine bodies, because they basically draw women mostly. So check them out. Nekojira. They're also the person who drew Rora Pantera from Hololive. It's them. I wonder one even have fun in drawing. Also, oh my god, so much info just for anatomy Lowfiy. True. It's a lot of info, but you get it right with it's not as complicated. I mean, it's a lot of info, but like if you're just like watching a lot, it's you just pick it up. Like it's not crazy information. Once you hear once, it just keeps with you. Especially if it's a mistake in your drawing and just go after it, it's really good to learn. Yeah, 100 miles per hour is really fast. No time to eat. Okay, we caught up to that. Catch you later. Later, new. Thank you for the compliment. No problemo. Might just check it out later. Or not, I kinda need to sleep. Let me check out Aris's comment. I should be an artist. Oh god, you should. You should do art streams. Do it. What's a mile? I don't know. I don't speak American. What the fuck is a kilometer? Alright guys, I've just been yapping. I think like I taught you guys some stuff too from what I've been watching. I haven't taught you guys about like how to draw a torso. Maybe I do more like illustrations, but I'll do more stuff later on. I don't know if I should take that as compliment or insult. What? Oh, Sam. Alright, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. If you're on YouTube and you wanna participate on the raid, you can find my Twitch channel on the About section of YouTube. For those of you who are here on Twitch already, make sure to copy the main message, cause I wanna make sure you guys are sent to someone who would be very pleased to have more people in their chat. I really like making someone's day like this. Just, oh my god, there's more people checking out my channel. Because I really love when that happens to me. So I wanna also make sure that happens. I really need to sleep. I actually overstayed my welcome here. I need to work tomorrow. We are gonna be rating Exploding Toast. She's a really good friend of a channel. See you next time. See you guys next time. Thank you so much for coming. I'll try to actually draw next time. But it was so nice seeing you guys here. Love you guys to death. Thank you so much for coming. Bye bye. Bye bye.